Hey guys, welcome to lesson number 6. Now we're ready to start animating our website. I showed you before the design that I created for this music website. It's a very simple design but very functional. And well, let's hit play so that you can see the animation, how it's going to be. You have the first album, the second album, and the third album. You hit on the artist profile and then you can see the full profile of the artist, the description, and well, you can go to the albums, the most popular songs, and the live songs. And you can see that we have the logo, we have the search bar, and we have the genre, so you can pretty easily listen to any music that you want. So that's basically the animation, how it's going to be. So in this first lesson, what we are going to do is to animate this part, the album going from one place to another, which is of course really simple to create. If you have any practice on After Effects, you will find this lesson way too easy, but you can learn some things or two. So let's go to After Effects. I already have the Illustrator file here on After Effects, and you can see that we have all the layers. And well, you can see that I have all arranged here properly so that we can easily create the animation. Now I have here, you can see that we have the first album cover, which is, of course, they are all made up names. We have this guy called Eric Flowers, and the genre is folk, and you can see the artist profile button, which leads to another part of the website, but we won't see this right now, but for the last album. Now you have this, you have the Eric cover, you have the pause button, because music will actually be playing here. We will later create an equalizer, and we have the genre block, the name block, which will be the same for all of the 3 albums, and we have the name, and we have the genre, and we have the other artist's name. So the first thing that we have to do is to move this album from this point to here to the left. But first I need to fix one thing. I will turn off the edit layer and turn on the rig layer, and we need to take it to the right side. But what I'm going to do is to hit the P button and create a position keyframe, and then I will create another one here. I will make them both of them easy ease so that the movement is very smooth, and I'm going to go to the first keyframe and move this layer over here on this point, on this part of the website right here. So it will move like this. It took exactly 1 second from this point to this point. Alright, now it won't play immediately because I need to look at this album first, but the idea is to move these keyframes and move them to the first second. Let's see if that is enough. Yeah. Alright, this is good. Now what I did is to make a copy of this position and then create the first keyframe for this position so that I won't lose this attribute. Alright, now go to the edit layer and hit the P for position, click here, make it easy ease, and 1 second later move this layer all the way here. Alright, now it should move right when the other one moves to. So we will have this effect. One enters and the other one goes out. Perfect. Now on the next lesson we will fix this. We will make the transitions of the names and the genres of these artists. But right now let's focus on this movement. Alright, we have this. This is good so far. Now we should keep it for 1 second here. So let's hit, you can forget about this for now. Let's click here to create a new keyframe on the rig layer, and then 1 second later we can actually copy the second keyframe of the edit layer and paste it on the rig layer, and you will have this. So it starts, you can see this artist, and then move on to the other artist. So here on this point we should create a new keyframe for the position of the first album cover, the Eric Flowers cover, and here it should move to the left. So now we have this. Alright, now when this album enters, we should see the third album here on the right side. So let's turn on this and let's create a keyframe for this position somewhere. Let's move it all the way to here for now. And on this point it should be over here. And then it should move to the middle. And it should go like this. But then on this first keyframe, this layer, the Nina layer, should go all the way to the right. Let's see how this looks. Alright, this looks pretty cool. We have this first album, we move to the second, then to the second, to the third, and then we pass on to the final animation of the website. So for now this is looking pretty cool. Now it's time to fix some things. For example, on this first we shouldn't be seeing the previews because there's no previews, so the previews should start right on this point. So take the previous layer and make it start over here. So we will have this like this. Alright. Now for the next lesson we're going to animate this transition, the names and the genres and the post button. We're going to animate them so that we can see them change from one artist to another. So let's go to the next lesson.